Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome back to some more Crypto Chaos. Good morning, Chaos. How's it going, guys? What's up? Let's wake up. Let's get up and go. How's it going, guys? We got Andy here. Stupid crypto. Yes, still stupid crypto. And everything is selling off right now. Tech stocks selling off. That's the worst thing you want to see selling off in the morning if you are invested in crypto. Good morning. Hello, Chaos. Cliff is here this morning with Andy. Yes, crypto loves Andy, but Andy hates crypto. G-Dog in the house. Yes, and good morning, Chaos Crew. Good morning, G-Dog. And we got Easy here as well. It's the House Hippo Dump today. Yes, it is. Good morning, Chaos. And apparently I'm dead. My show's done. And my community's gone. Everything is over. It's over, guys. According to a little someone on YouTube. Oh, that made me feel some kind of way last night. So one of my community members. I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to throw him under the bus. but yeah, ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous. Let's get into see, of course, what we do every single day. And yeah, let's see how the market is doing. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's go.
Coming up from Seoul to Wall Street, global stock quality check as tech shares slide again.
Adding to that, SpaceX tries to shake off 3 days of losses and defend its $2 trillion valuation.
Damn, about ready to break 150 this morning.
Traders are on high alert as the risk of yen intervention rises.
A lot of pain in today's market, especially if you're one of those retail traders in Korea. Circuit breakers down 10%. But it kind of flows through to today's session. Let me show you pre-market some of the big tech names. Nvidia down 2.6%. Micron, we're going to get earnings from them this week, down another 9.4%. And SpaceX 10%. Is also down. So they're selling gains. The AI on the AI trade, that huge slide in Korea's Kospi exchange. SpaceX stock has been fluctuating this morning, but now decidedly lower. So it's in danger of opening below $2 trillion.
Yeah, fourth.
All right, yeah, and then we get Morgan Stanley coming out saying that the investors should scoop up the dip right now. Struggling tech stocks, and of course they're ready to outperform. That's coming from Morgan Stanley this morning. Oracle sheds 21,000 roles over the past year amid another wave, of course, of AI layoffs from tech giants. It's coming, guys. The robots are coming. I keep telling everybody. For 3 years, I've been shouting from the rooftops here on YouTube. The robots are here. They're coming to take your job. All right, let's get back into there. I got a whole bunch of other little clips to share with you guys this morning. SpaceX.
And elsewhere, we learned that Oracle has cut 21,000 jobs in 12 months. That sounds
Oracle.
Like a lot. Is that a lot for this company that's trying to deal again with
Nvidia
spending and in some corners of this market, skeptical investors?
The NASDAQ.
It is a lot, and it's outside of Oracle's historic patterns. So that's about a 13% reduction in workforce over a 12-month period. But the point of the regulatory firing, the story within it is that while Oracle's trying to balance funding data center build out, and we've talked a lot again about them swinging into negative free cash flow because of their capital expenditure commitment, they are outlining in this regulatory filing that AI has helped them internally for efficiency and its operating abilities. Basically, AI has impacted.
AI has helped us replace people. Yes, of course it does. Of course it has. Another company, of course, continuing to sell their labor force for the new tech. All right, let's continue on.
Much for that. Looking forward to Bloomberg Tech at 11 a.m. Tech host Ed Ludlow. Now to the Middle East. Brent is holding below $78 a barrel. U.S.-Iran talks are continuing. Iran says that $12 billion in frozen funds could soon be released, with the U.S. also waiving
nothing has
sanctions
changed.
on
The
Iranian
same as the
President
weekend.
Trump spoke yesterday, saying Iran should use the money only to purchase American goods.
If the sanctions go out, money's going to be put into this country. All that money's coming back in the form of purchases of food, which they desperately need.
Can you ensure that the Iranians won't use profits from oil sales to rebuild their military?
Well, they're not supposed to be doing that, so we'll see. But they're supposed to use money to buy food for their people.
Joining us now is Bloomberg Washington correspondent.
Yeah, we covered that yesterday. They're supposed to be spending, like, I don't know, it was a few tens of or hundreds of billions of dollars in American assets. Okay, what else we got? Justin Sun, not Justin Sun. Another son rejects Musk's idea. I don't think I clipped this one though.
About SpaceX, considering it is in the throes of a multi-day sell-off. Bloomberg chief aviation correspondent Sid Phillip joins us.
A little bit of this.
Sid, it always has sounded like fantasy that we'd get data centers in space. Does Masayoshi-san have a point? I mean, it seems like a really difficult thing to do.
I mean, it is an arms race to get data centers built, and Elon Musk is sort of betting on being able to leverage the multiple sort of strands that SpaceX is sort of following with their space business.
Basically, challenging the whole narrative that we're not going to be actually building this stuff in space. We're going to be building it here on Earth. It might be just two, of course, people, conflicting views on the future of AI and robotics. All right, let's continue on, guys. We do have some more, doom this morning to share with you guys before we open the bell in about 3.5 minutes. We do have some more headlines to get through. Trump account sign-ups reach 6 million. Millions of more children are now eligible through the Trump accounts that came out an hour ago. Tech sell-off continues. Iranian oil and more. This is, of course, what we're talking about this morning. Senator Warren Kelly press Trump on effects on tariffs and on manufacturing. And that's going to continue the narrative. Probably after the midterms. It doesn't look good for the Trump administration with the tariffs going into the midterms. Google's online dominance is showing signs of cracking in the AI era. AI memory startup focused on cutting token costs, raising $98 million. And we had so much tech news this morning as the war continues. Looks like U.S. issues a sweeping Iran oil sanctions waivers, unlocking billions in revenue for Tehran. What else do we have? Anything else we can get into before we get started? Not really. I think this is pretty much it. That's pretty much it. U.S. fights with Brazil for China's giant soybean market. We're selling them soybeans as well. Let's see. Amazon Prime Day arrives earlier. And I got normie friends that are so excited that Amazon Prime Day is here. They can't wait to buy more Chinese crap. Let's see. AI Group spends $20 million going head-to-head with New York Race, pitting boars. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's take a double check Yahoo News to see anything else breaking this morning. NASDAQ plunges as tech sell-off gains steam, and it's still continuing. We did just see SpaceX drop just underneath 150 this morning, going into, of course, Tuesday. 146 on SpaceX this morning. Now going into our bear case scenario. I don't see it going any lower than like maybe 130. That's kind of where my pain, I think, stops for this. But I'll be surprised. Again, the entry for a lot of these early investors was like right around 130, 135. So we'll see. Big tech heavy. I think it's pretty much the same stuff that's over there on on CNBC's headlines as well. I'm trying to find any other big news here before we jump into it. I think we're pretty much there. Bitcoin sitting at 61.9 this morning. Just broke 62K as we start to get into the morning trade. We got 1 minute. 1 minute to get over there, and we're going to start, the bell. So we got to head over there now. All right, let's get there. Should be starting any second. Good morning, Chaos. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. Good morning. Good morning to you. Welcome to the House Hippo Dump, ladies and gentlemen. Nice big old tech sell-off. TradFi, crypto, everything's selling off. I was excited, guys. I got woken up last night in the middle of the night. I sent this to my Patreon members. At the moment I woke up, SWE dropped to 6.7. We were calling for 6.7. Like, that's going to be the bottom again. It's going to happen again. We could actually go lower now if this tech sell-off continues. But we finally hit that 6.7 last night. I got a bit of SWE. I actually picked up 1,000 last night. So excited to finally buy that 6.7 again. All right, here we go, guys.
Futures. S&P futures off 1.5%. NASDAQ futures are down more than 3% as a sell-off that spread from the U.S. to Asia and then intensified there comes back to smack us on a Tuesday morning. Ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange is Twilio to celebrate its 10th anniversary. Over the last 10 years, the stock is up 422%. So if you got in then, you're good. Over the last 5 years, they've lost about 43% of their value. So hopefully you didn't buy the stock in 2021. GitLab is ringing the bell at the NASDAQ market site. Over the last, well, since October of 2021, they've lost about 66% of their value. So I'm not sure what they're celebrating there, but
they're allowed, I guess they're still allowed to celebrate even if their stock's down, right?
A group of gits in the lab.
Oh, yes. Is that what a group of
That's
nerds
a British
is called?
expression that we don't have here in the U.S. But I think
I don't even know it despite living in London for 6 years. I've never heard that, no.
You've never heard someone called a
No, what is
git?
it? What is it?
I think it's like a nasty, it's a pejorative term.
Okay, cool. Well, don't explain fully what it is, maybe then. I am looking at the tech sell-off this morning. Matt, you pointed this out, just how poorly the NASDAQ is doing. We've had really big gains.
Yeah, Micron's almost down 12%. There it is.
On the AI trade. Also not helping was that big slide in the Kospi. Today in Korea's exchange, a lot of retail traders and speculators on that. It fell, had a circuit breaker, so NVIDIA, Micron, both down 12.7% for Micron, and SpaceX down for yet another day, now trading, I believe, below the $2 trillion market cap.
Yes, Cliff says it best. So much multi-market doom. Did I miss the aliens? Well, Trump's administration missed, of course, the disclosure on the aliens. That was supposed to happen May 1st. We still haven't got it. We got the movie instead, though.
Pillar of the AI chips trade and all the earnings upgrades have been because of Micron. So if this thing...
12% drop, it's still up 776% over the past 12 months.
It's pretty good.
So it's done quite well. IBM is among the few big tech stocks, or I guess used to be a big tech stock and hopes that it will one day return to that status. That's up today, gaining 2.5% as it joins the what's called the OpenAI Daybreak Cyber Partner Program.
Of course.
But also JP Morgan, out with a slew of upgrades this morning, has included Big Blue. That's what we used to call it, Danny, back in the day. Big Blue, because at the time it was like the biggest of blue chip stocks. Now it's worth less than $250 billion.
That's like one day of Tesla trading.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth less than half of Intel.
Wow, that's tough. Well, the president called it out with the CEO at the White House yesterday, so maybe that gives him a boost.
Oh, he likes the stock?
He likes the stock, and he wants to include them in his quantum executive orders. So.
All right, who do we have this morning?
Hey, let's bring back in State Street Global Markets Head of Equity Research, Maria Waitman. Maria, I wanted to ask first about, because you mentioned earnings, and there are a lot of these companies we were talking about. Oracle, for example, replacing labor with capital, firing like 21,000 people, but investing still tens of billions of dollars in the data center build out. We talk about SpaceX a lot, especially over the past couple of weeks, and they're going to be negative free cash flow like as far out as the eye can see, right? A lot of these companies are making no money at all, and yet investors are willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like we did with companies laying fiber in the dot-com era, or companies building railroad tracks before even you and I were born. Does that worry you at all?
I mean, on individual company names, absolutely. So there are a few companies, like you mentioned, Matt, that are cash flow negative. But I mean, if you look at tech sector overall, and that's kind of where we are focusing, is that overall, those kind of astronomical capex numbers, they still come mostly from operating cash flow for the sector overall, and probably like half of operating cash flow. So companies have money. It's, I mean, there are some specifics, but overall, I mean, we're not kind of at the same level of kind of spend that compared to operating cash flow as we've seen during bubbles, previous bubbles.
Still, some of these big tech spenders are spending more, and they're seeing their cash flows diminish. I mean, let's take SpaceX as the poster child that has negative free cash flow right now. Looking at SpaceX dropping, you can see it on your screen, down 1.5%. Not as bad as right at the open, which was near 4%.
All right. SpaceX. Yes, they're running on low on capital. They're going to be, of course, negative for the next, I don't know, 10. All right, move on. Let's see what Kramer and friends are talking about this morning.
For some period of time, they had resumed that downtrend. That gets us to concerns in private credit as well. I think that we mentioned at the very top of the show, again, having to do, originally at least, with software names in the portfolios of large private credit funds, the lending that is taking place there, and whether over time those
Share the pain.
Will not be as strong as thought to be when they were underwritten, which gets to redemptions. Of course, this continued redemption cycle we've seen for many of the private credit funds where their investors ask for more money back than the charter of the funds allow. Typically, it's 5% for a quarter. Apollo, the latest, it's a large fund. They're a debt solutions fund. Second quarter, they say, talk about gross inflows in terms of first half, $1 billion, but they also did receive requests to redeem almost 17% of the outstanding shares. That was as of the end, of course, of the last quarter. And they go with the 5% of shares outstanding, which they typically do honor. And that represented about 700 million of gross outflows, and then they sort of go over all the numbers, 400 million of total for the second quarter outflows. But of course, if they had allowed all of those who wanted to get out, the outflows would have been larger. I did talk to Jim Zelter, the president of Apollo, yesterday. Now, this was prior to learning about redemptions at Apollo Debt Solutions. We spoke yesterday morning.
And we still don't have a fair market. That's my big takeaway from that. Okay, moving away. It's not a good look, guys, of course, of the private credit sector. Let's get into crypto, see what's going on with the heartbeat of crypto. Of course, that is Bitcoin on the order books this morning. Can't wait to see this one. We were stuck in a tight channel. It looks like we're still in it. Well, we're just crashing down to the bottom of it right now here on the weekly. Let's zoom on in, take a look, and see where we're at. Again, guys, the weather coming here right now, right in crypto. Let's see what we got for good Bitcoin this morning. Looks like we're over a little bit of volume yesterday, not by much. Sitting at 7.4 billion for the bulls, 8.2 billion in volume for the bears. Up about an average of $2.5 billion back and forth in yesterday's sluggish volume at what was it, 5 billion, 6 billion. But we were looking at a little bit of a bounce so far off of this trend line here. We had until about the, I don't know, what was it, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. We started to see a little bit of a pullback, and then we are starting to see a little bit of a bounce here in the morning open. But yeah, we did start to see 62,000 get retested. Now we're sitting at 62.3. And the bears and the bulls are still stuck between 62.8 and 61.8 as well. Looking here at on the daily, it's not looking good. It's looking pretty bearish. Every single level, key level, is of course reporting a little lower. A lot of interest, of course, on the books, pushing us lower on, of course, the buyers and the sellers, short sellers, of course, and longs, all respectively. Here on the weekly, you can see we're still holding trend. We're still holding in between the parallel channel, right around 61. I think it breaks around 61. And again, we can double check that here on the chart. I've been showing you guys this all week, right? Or I guess all month. All month. Basically, it's pretty easy. We hang out, we chop, we do some sideways chop, and we wait for a pullback. I think 61,000 pretty much breaks that down from before. Yeah, right here. It takes about 2 weeks to produce a bottom, and we did the same thing back in February. Showed you guys how that works. Right now, we are just pretty much resetting the last week of trying to build this bottom back. So yeah, we lost about a week now. Yep, 6 days, 20 hours. If we do go lower than this, then yeah, we're going to be losing all that we just made progress on the last 2-3 weeks of Bitcoin producing that new bottom right around 60K. So that's the one area we don't want to see break, although it's very possible we do see that, and I've been telling you guys that for a minute, that at the end of the month is going to bring some more pain. We have the options expiring for Bitcoin again this Friday, and then we go into the monthly close next week. It doesn't line up on top of each other, so we can see a little more extra pain. That's usually typically what we see. And then we go into, of course, the month of July, which typically has been a good month for Bitcoin. I showed you guys before that the appreciation on average for Bitcoin is pretty good in July. All right. So yeah, we needed this. It was a big capitulation, right? We needed this. We had an entire nothing but up month in April, and we're just doing the thing. We're doing the thing. I doubt we're going to go much lower than 60K. If we do see a 60K break, 58, 55 is still kind of the same target we had back in February. But the market cap for crypto's got to be much, much lower. And I don't know who's selling. I still don't know who's going to be selling because everyone who's been buying in the last 2 years is down about 60% right now. So on their purchases at the top. 52%, something like that on Bitcoin. Then of course crypto in general they're down a lot more, right? If you bought some of the top on an altcoin, a small cap, you're probably down like 75-80% on some of those coins. There's just really hardly any liquidity to squeeze back out. I've been talking about this at length for such a long time now. You guys know the drill, right? The overall market cap is withstanding, right? Especially with Bitcoin at these lows. Which chart do I have? I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Where I basically just remind you guys we have conviction here. We already seen a low this year so far, 2.05 trillion. Right now, I think last time before we opened the bell, I think it was like 2.13. So we're still not even back to the low we just saw at the beginning of this month, and Bitcoin's still holding $62,000. So I want to see more pain before the end of the month, if they're gonna rip that band-aid off. If not, we're gonna continue bleeding out a little bit slower, maybe going into the beginning of next month. But I think July is going to be a little bit of an up month, as long as we get one of these narratives out of the way. Clarity, Iran war, a deal of some kind, the tear-ups, none of these are really going to happen in that short time frame. But we'll see hopefully a little bit more news around clarity, a little bit more buy the rumor, sell the news, like we saw with the subcommittee passing on clarity. All right, let's get into the overall sentiment this morning as well. Right now we're looking at CNN fear and greed index for the overall markets. 28. That's one of the lowest we've seen in a minute. About ready to slip into extreme fear for the stock market. Crypto this morning, when I woke up, it was 23. Now sitting at the same 23 in extreme fear. And what are we at on the Dixie? 101. Of course, the market's scaring everybody to daddy dollar. Oh no, the warm embrace. The warm, struggling embrace. Struggling you with a pillow over your face, suffocating you. The daddy dollar. 101 right now, 2.6 on the dollar. Crazy. People still going into the dollar. All right, let's go into crypto bubbles this morning. What's the biggest pullback we have? It's really not too crazy. We're seeing a wide sell-off, 3.7% on top 100, 4.6%. I'm not seeing any one big mover though, so it is a broad sell-off, right? Here on the day of the top 100 and the top 200. UB's the most oversold right now in the top 200 assets, down 33%. It just ran a ton, right? Unibase just ran a ton. Let's take a look and see what's got down the most on the weekly here. On the top 100, Beat is still selling off 31%. Again, we're looking for 15s here, guys. There's a lot this morning, a lot, but still not enough pain. I want to see SWE in the 15%, so oversold on the weekly. That's not enough pain for me, to be honest. The biggest movers are Ondo. That's a good one. That's a good one. Down 16.4% on the week. Oversold. Injective. Wow, I haven't talked about Injective in a minute. Down 21% on the week. Kite down 18% on the week. Fetch AI down 16% on the week. POW, BitTensor, another good one, guys. Down 17.2, 17.4 on the week. Hype down 16.6. Damn, all these overhyped. L1 selling off this morning. 15% or more on the weekly. Damn, near as well. All these big names, guys. All these big names. Zcash 17. ADA, not quite enough pain. It's been bleeding like crazy though. I guess you got to give that thing some room. All right, there's definitely some pain here in the top 100. You can see it on the weekly. Is it there still present on the monthly? And yes, it's starting to poke in here. Guys, there's only like one or two this last 2 weeks that were oversold. And now we're seeing a plethora of them. Again, we have Zcash. We have Ondo just barely 29.2, almost oversold there on the monthly. And we're starting to see a little bit more. VVV. Venice, right? SWE, of course, down 33.1%, officially oversold now on the monthly. I do like that. I've been buying it, as I showed you guys this morning. It fell to 6.7. Yes, it did. 6.7.
Stupid.
That was, of course, me and Nicole's target over on the Patreon, and it hit it, and I bought it last night, and I woke up at, I don't even know what time I woke up. Share with you guys on the Patreon. Guys, if you're not haven't enjoyed the Patreon, it's only $15 a month to join the Chaos crew, right? And yeah, I can see, what did I post over there? What time was it? 7 hours ago, which would have been like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:45 in the morning. I woke up with an alarm and I posted that. So you just never know, guys. You gotta make sure you have your alarm set. I can't be the only thing that gets you up in the morning. I mean, I don't know, maybe for the ladies. All right, moving on. Speaking of the ladies, let's get back into the chat real quick. Catch up with you guys in the chat. Gamma Goddess is here. Grand Rising Otaku San Chaos family. Hope everyone's doing well. But please, if you can, pray for her grandmother as she's having a procedure today, and she needs a little bit of extra love. Guys, if you can do that, I would appreciate it. Gamma, of course, is one of our favorites here on the channel. We love you, Gamma. Strawberry Dragons, of course, shout out to Gamma. Strawberry back and forth. Wow, 200 jewels this morning from Gamma Goddess. Whoa, thank you so much, Gamma. For the jewels, Betty. The jewels, yeah, we're having a little bit of fun combo on that last night. That reminds me of a movie. Anyway, hello, Chaos. Much love. Hello. Good morning, of course. Happy, joy. And as the market dumps, we're still having fun. We're all happy. Yes.
I'll teach your grandmother to suck eggs.
So happy. How's it going? Hey, hello, Strawberry, Gamma, Cliff, Easy, Andy, G-Dog shouting out from Joy. Good morning, Joy. Hope you have a great Tuesday, guys. Happy Taco Tuesday. Gamma Goddess says, sent flow state. Another 200 jewels. You spoil me. You spoil me. Thank you so much, Gamma. Jeez. Oh, jeez. The jewels, guys. The jewels. Oh, man. Strawberry Dragon's coming in. Again, shout out to Joy and Gamma this morning. Happy, Joy. Where? Down in your heart. We know. I haven't heard that song in years. All right. Getting back to crypto bubbles. Yep. So on the top 100 on the week, on the month. That's what we're looking at here. I think I pretty much went over all of them. Bitcoin Cash, Aptos, Sui, Avalanche, Ondo, ADA, Pengu, Zcash. There's a lot here now oversold. VeChain. Yeah, there's a lot oversold right now. VVV on the top 100 on the monthly. So now, of course, look at the monthly now, guys. Look at the monthly. Some good opportunities. Don't let them, pass you by. All right, looking at the top 200. Doing the same thing over here on the weekly as well. We got a lot of, really oversold. Whoa! A flow state of 200 jewels coming again from Gamma. Another 200 jewels. The jewels! Oh, so many jewels. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Jeez. But yeah, the most oversold assets right now on the weekly. It is crazy here, guys. This is where you want to look. This is nuts. Jido's down 26%. Some of these are way beyond 15 on the week. Humanity token down 43%. Chili's down 21%. IOTA down 15. UB 36. Bill 21. Nexus 21. Sky 20%. Track 0. Zbec. I mean, there's a ton of oversold assets here on the weekly, on the top 100, or top 200. Man, I like that. And the top 200 on the month. Starting to see more pain here as well. There's definitely more rearing its ugly head in these smaller caps in the top 100. It's almost half of them now that are, of course, close to or at or right around that 30% sell-off. So there's definitely a lot of pain, of course, starting to show up right now. Nexus 47.7%. Damn, since its launch, basically. Genius down 53.9. Damn. How about half of that in the month? UB as well, about half of it. Bill down about half of it. Humanity almost about the same as well, 45% on the month. Crazy sell-off. Chili's, I still don't know why that thing pumped to begin with. Yeah, there's still a lot, guys. DCR, yeah. Syrup, 0, Track, Fartcoin. Fartcoin's in the top 200 now. CBX, Graph. Definitely a lot of pain this morning. All right, guys, again, not financial advice, but yeah, there are some big opportunities. I think that some of the biggest ones here we've seen, we just recently saw Gwei, right? Like down 40%. Now it's been pumping. It's doing pretty well actually still today, up another 9%. So you can still make money in the bear market, guys, if you're invested in the right assets. And obviously we're invested in that one over on our Patreon. All right, moving on. Getting back to it, but again, not financial advice, guys. Just buy some of the dip. Maybe a good time.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh yeah. I do love me some cheap sweep. Not so much cheap Gwei anymore. Those days are gone, at least for now. All right, continuing back to TradFi. Make sure we're not missing anything over there. Then we're gonna get into crypto news here in about 5 minutes or less. So Bloomberg's on break, and CNBC is also on break.
Opportunity in private markets.
Working today, which I'm happy to see that, guys. Newslive.com if you want to catch all the free news, every major outlet, again, for free. It's free as for me, I always say. All right, moving back into crypto news. Okay, here's what happened in crypto today. As of 43 minutes ago, your update from Cointelegraph. I love these little, compilations of crypto news. Former BIS chief softens stance on stablecoins. Looks like Carstens, a member of the Global Finance and Technology Network's International Advisory Board, praised stablecoins for their ability to promote financial inclusion and innovation. Use case for the dollar in our sector. I have come to appreciate that stablecoins can promote financial innovation, inclusion, and reduce costs, said Carstens during the welcome address to the Point Zero Forum on Tuesday. We should try to establish conditions where we can live with fiat money and stablecoins. How about not? How about no? How about no? Why would I want to sit here and save my money in dollars? Well, I guess you still have to spend them either way. The remarks reflected a software stance on stablecoins, and Carson looks at the time the BIS, one among the most prominent crypto critics, in a January 2022 speech. He said that stablecoins may not function as sound money because issuers have incentives to invest reserve assets in a riskier manner to generate returns. Obviously, then people figure out, well, dollars are wrapped up in it, and then they're fine with everything. It's usually how it goes. Yeah, they're all about facing now. I get it. Senate passes House bill with the CBDC ban until 2030. This is old. We were talking about that 2 months ago, or a month ago. I think that at the end of last month, they pretty much wrapped that up. Franklin Templeton expands crypto businesses with a new investment decision. Franklin Templeton has finalized the acquisition in crypto asset manager 250 Digital, creating a new business unit, Franklin Crypto, to strengthen its digital asset offerings. The unit will be led by former 250 Digital executives Christopher Perkins and Seth Grins, along with Franklin Templeton's digital asset executive Tony Picor. It will include 250's digital investment team and crypto strategies. All right, they're going to be doing that to have a broader push in digital assets and the blockchain-based finance. And of course, everyone's getting it, of course, ready for the AI and crypto revolution, right? Revolution. All right, what else can we dig up this morning? Kalshi adds India to growing list of restricted jurisdictions. Wow. No more betting over there. Binance's Yi Yai. He warns of alleged impersonation scam. Okay, more scams, hacks, etc. Ripple gains preliminary MiCA license ahead of the July 1st EU deadline. And I know that they're struggling right now with California. They may not be able to operate in California if they don't get their shit together over there with a impeding bill as well. U.S. Senate passed House's housing bill with CBDC ban until 2030. All right. Senate, a crypto lobby urges Congress to pass staking and mining tax bill as is. So it looks like maybe another push for clarity. But really been quiet. The Blockchain Association, the Crypto Council, and Innovation and Digital Chamber said in a letter on Sunday to the White House. Ways and Means Committee Chair Jason Smith, its top Democrat Richard Neal at the top, and the tax clarity for mining and staking should be passed as introduced. After years of uncertainty about how mining and staking rewards are taxed, a bill provides a durable promise on what innovators can support, while addresses concerns raised by some lawmakers. The group wrote, the bill seeks to address what the crypto industry has long said to be unfair tax code that would views mining and staking rewards as taxable income when received, which is exactly what Illinois is doing next year. So you're going to get taxed on state level, which if you're in Illinois, which the letter argued is a taxation of phantom income that can cause liquidity issues. A nightmare for the IRS as well. All right, moving on. And we already know, yeah, they've introduced the same sort of rhetoric as well at the IRS. They don't want to have all these dominion. Okay, Bitmine, SharpLink, and Joe Lubin back Ethereum R&D, research development nonprofit. Bitcoin funding rate hits 2-week high, is 70K next. 15 hours ago, they were a little more bullish 15 hours ago, I think. They are probably today. 62,300, still holding though. Let's see. Anything else to take away from here? Solana grabs 95% of tokenized equity as traders debate if Solana's bottom is in. Wouldn't it be something if Solana really did overtake or overthrow Ethereum's future as the equity platform for the stock market, of course, Wall Street. Japanese corporate pension fund plans 1% of crypto allocation, as per the Nikkei. A Japanese corporate pension fund with about 1,200 participating small and medium-sized businesses plan to allocate roughly 1% of their assets into crypto. Japanese corporate pension fund serving about 1,200 small businesses. During this year, well, this fiscal year, which extends into next spring here in the States. According to the Nikkei, the nationwide business corporate pension fund based in Yokohama will invest in passive fund management by an unnamed major hedge fund that holds multiple crypto assets. Pension fund reportedly manages about 21.3 billion yen in assets, about 130 million. This lines up to what's going on right now too, because the yen is still falling. This is one of the lowest we've ever seen it, right? 160 against the dollar. My entire life, the yen and the dollar have pretty much been neck and neck between 100 on the yen to a dollar, right? 100 yen to dollar ratio, and now it's better than a buy one get one half off. Buy one get one half off in Japan. All right. I'm waiting for buy one get one free. That's when we hit 200 against the yen. I'm going to Japan that day that happens. All right. Japanese crypto news sites CoinPost reported that the pension fund, adding as part of its effort to diversify exposure, it reportedly allocates 8% of its assets to yen, 15% to US dollars, and 5% to other currencies. Right now, it's a really good time to be selling yen for pretty much any investment. As like I just told you, the yen is slowly falling. All right, what else we have? Strategy adds another 300 million to its USD reserves, acquires 520 more Bitcoin as of yesterday. We of course got that. All right, get to that jump back to chat.
Hey, we bring you the inside.
Make sure we're not missing anything over here between, of course, the big groups. Coming back from break soon. Nope.
Enhancing the player experience.
And catch up with you guys in the chat. Bitcoin sitting at 62.4. 62.4. Still sitting at our bear case scenario for the month of June. All right, let's see. Okay, what do we else got in here? Yes, good shout out from Cliff and Andy, and Gamma Goddess. Good morning, Andy. How you doing, Andy? Can you believe what that mother sucker bastard said last night? I'm gonna strangle him. I'm gonna strangle him. Oh God, Perpetual Divers. What did you guys do to the market? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? We woke up this morning and we're down. That's the tech. It's the big boys, man, in tech that are dumping the market. Right now, SpaceX is sitting at 156, so a little bit of the pain, kind of stopping here a little bit, right? We did get as low as 146 on SpaceX this morning, and of course, the overall stock market is sitting at 7,400. Is it really that bad? I don't think so. I think we can still see another retest of 7,002, 7,003 on the S&P 500. All right. Yes. Yeah, we're seeing a wide chip sell-off as investments in America are starting to slip. We've how long has it been now? Like half a year since these private credit firms have been limited on how much they can pull back from their investments. I think they've been capped now at like 2% at the beginning of the year. Now they're capped at like 5%. Most of these firms, including, of course, BlackRock and Blackstone and Blue Owl and all those as well. All right. Let's get back to more crypto news. If TradFi is still away. Yep, they are still gone. And Kramer and Friends. I haven't seen Kramer in like 3 days.
Live from the home of modern market.
All right, moving on. All right, let's jump into cryptonews.net, see what else is going on in crypto. Crypto market crashed over $100 billion liquidated in Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Hype, Doge, SpaceX, and more. As, of course, the big tech sell-off continues. Ethereum Foundation cuts 20% of its staff amid leadership exodus. We've been talking about this all year. They just lost about 10 of their best developers. And again, it is a non-profit, so maybe they just got tired of just not getting paid. God. Ethereum Foundation is cutting roughly 20% of its workforce, eliminating 54 positions as part of their broad restructuring that comes amid sustained senior leadership turnover and growing fragmentation across the wider Ethereum ecosystem. The layoffs announced Tuesday in the blog post concludes a months of long internal reorganization tied to the implementation of Foundation's updated mandate and treasury policy. The Ethereum Foundation said that the reduction leaves it leaner and more focused, just like a lot of the tech companies that are laying everyone off for AI, with the structure aligned around what is described as the critical tasks needed to support Ethereum's long-term development. Again, if you guys didn't catch earlier when we opened, Oracle just laid off about 23% of their workforce. Yeah, the tech, of course, drop out on tech layoffs continue here in the States. Why is Pi even referenced here? That makes my blood boil. Anything else happening in crypto news? XRP price predictions. You know when there's no news, guys, when you see these pop up. Price predictions for everything. Why is this coin down? It's just hopium and FUD for the most part. Nothing real when it comes to real news here. Cardano founder dismisses short-term panic, forecasts 1 billion crypto users and rapid worldwide asset tokenization by 2030. He's calling for an eighth of the world's population, almost, or a tenth even, to be invested or be using crypto. At some point, they're just going to be using it. No one's even going to know about crypto. They're just going to be using, of course, Web3 in the background. Can Bitmain's $10 billion Ethereum strategy pay off as Ethereum's prices stay weak? It's just hoping FUD. Ripple wins historic European license. XRP holders say what? Say what? Nothing. $1.10 today on XRP. Again, hitting that new low for the year at $1.05. Crazy. That was just, of course, a few weeks ago at the beginning of the month. Again, that's a brand new low for the market cap as well. Struggling. Let's see. Why is everything dumping? Over 3 trillion wiped out in 24 hours. Reported by cryptoticker.io. Let's see what their opinion is here. Markets are flashing right across every asset class in a matter of hours. More than 3 trillion of value is evaporated, and the damage is not confined to one corner of the market. Equities, crypto, gold, silver. Yeah, how is gold and silver doing? Dollar is just beaming right now. 101 still on the Dixie, maybe 102 by now. Okay, so where's gold? Silver's, oh wow, gold's down to $4,100 an ounce. Wow. Recession incoming. Silver also, wow, these are really bearish patterns too. I mean, this looks like like it can go a little bit further down. Maybe even retest 57, 58. That was the next level we were looking at for silver. Gold we were looking at I guess we were looking at like 3,900, almost 4,000. No, we're going to be past 4,000. 3,900 on gold. All right, where was I? Got distracted. All right, equities, crypto, gold, silver are falling together. The synchronized drop is what investors have rattled because it points to the forced selling and liquidity stress rather than a single bad headline. Here's where things stand. Bitcoin's down 3%, gold's down 2%, silver's down almost 5%, Kospi's down 11%. Again, the Korean market is what caused this, right? I guess they hit the circuit breakers, and here we are in America. Hang Seng is down 3%. The Nikkei is down almost 5%. U.S. futures down 1%. And then, South Korea took the largest of the hit. Losses were severe enough to trigger a 20-minute trading halt on the Kospi. The fourth such suspension this year. They got to stop hitting that breaker, man. Leaving the index down 10% on the day. South Korean chip giants SK, Hynix, Samsung tumbled more than 12%. Wow. Samsung's down 12% or more. They dragged the Kospi index down 10%. Wow. The whole index down 10% after Monday finishing at a record high. What's actually causing the sell-off? Profit taking in AI and tech and big semiconductors. After a blistering 2026 rally, investors are cashing out and yeah, probably going on vacation. The latest sell-offs reflect a sharp unwinding of the crowded AI and semiconductor trades that dominated the Asian equity performance in March of 2026. Valuations had simply run too far, too fast, and the bar is just for justifying them and keeping them from kept rising. The yen carry trade is unwinding again. Yes, it is. Again, 160 right now on the dollar against the yen. It's crazy. Let me double check and see if that's where we're at still, as I saw that yesterday. Japanese yen to dollar. We'll do dollar to yen. All right, you need to do dollar to yen. Dollar to yen. 161. 161. Ooh. All right, so yeah, hovering near the 161, 162, the same dynamic that crushed the markets in August of 2024 is back in play. Investors borrow cheap yen, sell it for the dollar, buy higher yield assets, and including equities, credit, and other risk assets. When the yen rises quickly, those trades become expensive to maintain, forcing traders to sell assets, of course, to raise cash and repay the yen liabilities. Really big arbitrage going on. Again, the yen carry trade. Fears in Fed stayed higher for longer. Again, there's the U.S. policy continues to do nothing. But though we did see a little bit of, I guess a secret line of code. Yeah, we had, of course, Kevin Warsh's appeared to be a little hawkish, but when you looked at the actual reading from the Fed, they did actually put a little bit of a disclosure in there that they're going to be moving their target from 2% flat to about anywhere between 2.9. So roughly a 2% target in the grand scheme of things. If we just land somewhere in the middle there, they're going to be pretty happy when it comes to inflation, according to the Fed now. So that did get passed, and that's going to be our target. It's going to be a wide range between 2 and 2.9% going into this year and of course the future. This isn't just one asset cracking. We got the broad risk off rotation, and so it's just a big old macro punch bowl of piss.
What are you, stupid?
That's where we're at right now, guys. So just hold on to your butts, because it's not over yet. Not over yet. Okay, Nakamoto closes clinics as Bitcoin pivot becomes a full business focus. Ripple price sinks 1.1. Yes, drop below. The dollar is coming soon. What did we call it yesterday? I love that one headline yesterday. It was the XRP trap door soon. The trap door that sends it to $1 or lower. Yeah, that's probably happening. Probably within the next week. I mean, we do have the monthly close next week, and the option's expiring at the end of this Friday. Let's see, Ethereum price predictions. Again, you guys know there's nothing really happening in crypto when you see all the news outlets just flooded with these price predictions. FUD and hopium everywhere. Mostly FUD this morning, so not looking great today. All right. As of 41 minutes ago, White House crypto advisors races to save the Trump from Clarity Act ethics rule. Of course, his family, and of course that's a big violation of the ethics committee, right? That's one of the things holding this up. As well as the banks. Again, the Democrats are leaning a lot more in favor of the banks. Senior White House crypto advisor is trying to cut a deal with the Clarity Act as Congress works on the ethics provision. If it remains intact, the clause could have a direct effect on President Donald Trump's crypto business operations worth billions of dollars. Patrick Wood takes center stage in the negotiating Clarity Act ethics provision. And again, it continues and continues. I don't think we really need to get into all of this again. I don't think he has any authority to make a deal, says Senator John Kennedy. He added, I think the only person who can make a deal is the president himself. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's get into back to TradFi. Make sure we're not missing anything else breaking today.
But Nvidia certainly has taken a hit as well. It's down as much as 4% on the day. And all other sort of AI chip makers, memory stocks are also falling in sympathy. So we've got, in addition to Nvidia, ticker NVDA.
SpaceX
We also
getting a little bit
have
of a bounce now.
Marvel
It's up
Technology,
156.
ticker MRVL, Qualcomm, QCOM, and SanDisk, SNDK, also falling in sympathy. So.
All right, so a lot of red in that big tech sector. Next up is something not necessarily in entertainment, but definitely a member of the meme stock club.
Absolutely. So AMC Entertainment is falling as much as 30% in trading today, and that's on track for the largest intraday drop since May 2024.
30% down on
and
AMC
this is
today,
coming
guys.
Amid news of an equity sale of 95 million shares for proceeds of around $200 million. And the company is primarily looking to deleverage a bit of their debt, but Bloomberg Intelligence analysts are noting that this move puts dilution concerns at the forefront, suggesting there is close to a 15% dilution effect for common shareholders. So definitely an area to watch here for AMC Entertainment.
On those meme stockholders, I get it.
Be happy. This is a cheesy move, I think. But it happens. But Roth Capital Management did the deal, so that also tells you something. But again, some dilution there. But when your stock had that run, why not take some money here? All right, what else you got?
Sure. Lastly, I've got Carnival Corp, the cruise line operator.
All right. Let's get back over to Kramer and Friends. I want to hear about the cruises right now.
Just play through. The average oil price in May was $98 a barrel.
I want treasuries
down to
again.
73 now.
Oil.
So that's going to have an impact on the inflation numbers.
We're down to
Maybe not the
73
PCE number this week,
WTI,
but inflation numbers coming forward over the summer.
Although there's a piece on the tape this morning, U.S. workers lose buying power after the war drives up prices. Are you more constructive on real disposable income growth in the back half than maybe the street is?
Yeah, no, so that headline is basically we're looking back at what we
WTI
saw
under 73 now.
in the run-up in the spring. That definitely had an impact on consumer wallets. But through it all...
It looks like investors are really thinking this deal is really gonna happen, I guess, within the next 60 days. Tax Stackham's also here. How's it going? Bacon and pancakes dip coming to the stage, says Gamma Goddess. Did Canadian bacon dip and friends get beside themselves again? Yeah, I don't know, GG. I just got really jaded last night when I heard that a little Canadian bacon was telling his followers that I was dead, that my show got shut down or something, or I closed it. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm still doing this every single day. I'm just in the middle of a huge move, you fat fook. God damn it.
Stupid.
Feeling some kind of way about that. All right. Pat Stackham's also saying, widening the range, new metrics to lower and rates, and the same old money printer going burr. Yes, indeed, burr. I can't wait for that too. Excellent. Oh, jeez. All right, guys, let's see what else we got. Getting back over to TradFi one more time. We're going to do some doom
Say
scrolling.
there's any linkage between the weakness in SpaceX shares with this announcement of a bond sale?
I don't know what happened, guys. But
Yeah. All right, they're not going to have any extra cash flow. We get it. We've heard it all morning. Okay, moving on. Let's see. What do we got on X this morning? Guys, if you haven't already, we also have a Patreon. It's only $15 a month. You want to hang out and hang with the Chaos crew. Make some money in the bear market. We've been having a good time finding, of course, some gems. And we don't have 120 of them. And we don't steal them. We take opportunities and we run with them. Just like we did over the weekend with Byco. If you guys don't know what that Byco is, you got to be on the Patreon. All right, that's all I'm going to say there. All right. Let's get into it with X. X is going to give it to you. And, of course, the real news is over on X. Let's see how we did today with the news. Anything else breaking today? You will learn the CBEE because it is the future. Just the math, not feelings. This Adam Livingston, of course, tweeting this one again. We've seen this little South Park clip with Michael Saylor. AI, yes, AI. Common equity Bitcoin exposure.
This is the future.
Sounds awesome.
All right. White House races to save the Clarity Act. Crypto advisor Patrick Witt is leading talks with Democrats to get the Clarity Act moving again. Again, the holdup is the ethics and, of course, staking. Well, pretty much. I bought $1 million of Stretch today. $1 million. $1 million, says Fong Lee. We'll hold it until it reaches on par. Of course, likely longer. And that's, of course, one of the presidents of MicroStrategy. Bullish federal governor Waller says dollar-backed stablecoins may create a new channel of global liquidity demand directly to the U.S. Treasury markets. Yes. of course, the talk now for the last 2 years. Bitcoin just became impossible to shut off. This is Merlin the trader. Jack Dorsey built an app that moves it with zero internet. Again, this came out 2 or 3 years ago. Jack Dorsey's been tinkering with, of course, the Bluetooth mesh network. You don't need even an internet connection to, of course, trade or interact with the Bitcoin blockchain. Illinois moves to repeal. Yes. Thank effing God. I mean, I'm going to be gone anyway, but this is just ridiculous. Speaking of fat fooks, man. What the hell is this guy doing?
What are you, stupid?
Alright, this is the prick who did that. Governor J.B. Prickster has signed the Illinois' new digital asset tax into law. That was, of course, the one that charges every interaction with crypto 0.2% on every transaction in crypto. And yeah, it looks like they're trying to appeal that now. They should. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to leave that state, like me. If this goes live next year. Illinois lawmakers have introduced the HB 5798, a bill that would fully repeal the state's controversial Digital Asset Tax Act. The legislation filed by Representative John Cabello on June 22nd would eliminate the tax on the exchange, transfer, and storage of digital assets if passed. Again, it's ridiculous overtaxation on crypto. How the hell are we ever gonna say that we're the crypto capital of the world? We still have states doing this stupid shit. And remember, we still have California basically seizing your crypto if it remains still on an exchange for, what is it, over 2 years or 3 years? You gotta move your crypto back and forth in the state of California, or they have the ability to seize it. All right, silly, crazy stuff these states are doing. You, of course, yeah, squeeze us dry even further. The move comes days after the Illinois approved one of the most aggressive state-level taxes on digital assets activity in the United States. All right, just in, over 1.1 trillion was wiped out of the U.S. stock market after the open. ECB President Christine Lagarde, lawmakers to back digital euro CBDC. Of course, that is still on its path to go into a pilot, I think, next year. And then it's going to be fully rolled out by the end of next year, I think, by 2028. All right, latest U.S. Senate passed a bipartisan bill, of course, that blocked CBDCs in America till 2030. That's for someone else to, of course, introduce and take advantage of American taxpayers. All right, just now, President Trump says signs 2 executive orders securing the United States spot as the world leader in quantum computing. This one we talked about last night on my Patreon. I believe Cliff brought this one up. So launches a national effort to produce a quantum computer capable of performing important scientific calculations. It's very, very broad and ominous. I mean, it also aims to develop quantum-enabled sensors and networks within the next 5 years. We are going to break the simulation, guys. Order 2 directs federal agencies to transition their computer systems to quantum cryptography, post-quantum cryptography standards by 2031. It positions the U.S. government to be the lead wider adoption of these stronger security standards to address the future quantum computing threats. Okay, so he signed those 2 last night. Let me get back in the chat with you guys here. It looks like Demagogue is shaking her head because living rent-free in Bacon's mind, you should be flattered. I'm not. Get out of there. Get out of there. I don't want to be in there. It's all slimy. Jake the Snake coming in with a clip here. What do we got, Jake? It's another Jake. Jake with another Jake.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Making some bacon pancakes. I'm gonna make some bacon pancakes, man. After what I heard last night, I am fuming. I am fuming. All right, Jake the Snake says, "Whisper, the Snake Whisperer." Yes. Good morning, Starshine. Good morning, Jake. Making some bacon pancakes this morning. We got my buddy, the King of Ohio, Jake the Snake.
The keeper of wrenches, the painter of lead pipes, the igniter of dumpster fires.
How's it going, Jake? Good morning. Good morning. Making bacon pancakes. It's gonna be stuck in my head all day now. Say no to pork, says Perpetual Divers. Say no to the pork. No Canadian bacon. Not for I. Not for I. World Liberty Financial goes into a ZBEX super app. And we can, of course, been hearing more and more about this partnership between World Liberty Financial and ZBEC. Again, not a really good look right now as of what happened with, of course, World Liberty Financial just the last month or two. Worldly Financial's leading markets are now available inside the ZBEX Super App. The integration built on the Dolomite protocol lets users supply and borrow through Worldly Financial's USD1 pools without leaving ZBEX HQ app. It is the latest distribution push for USD1, World Liberty dollar-backed stablecoin, with now around 4.8 billion in circulation. Of course, coming for ZBEC. Anything else? SpaceX bubble starting to crack fast. That was fast, right? That was pretty quick. It is hitting my bear case scenario already on the SpaceX. I don't know if it's gonna go that low though. It's insane. That was my scribbles from the day it launched. Baseline bear on everything, right? Baseline bear. Just 3 days, nearly 1 trillion has been erased. Crazy. Crazy. And wiping out 400 billion in market value in just today's open. Wow. Wow. Again, in the early investors, of course, taking, some profits. President Trump just said that the IBM stock, I used to have that stock when I was much lower. Brilliantly sold it and I became president. It's not a good move. Not a good move. IBM. Oh, jeez. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Here's another take on why I'm dumping today. Gold, silver, tech stocks are down altogether. Because AI semiconductor deleveraging is happening as the South Cosby crashed 10%. Again, that's what started pretty cool. Bam. I don't want to get into all that again. All right. Yep, there it is this morning there as well, 7 hours ago. Jeff Booth gives one of the best speeches at Bitcoin Prague. The orange, painting the world orange continues. Anthony Scaramucci on Bitcoin and crypto. Looks like this one came out 2 hours ago. Maybe an interview yesterday. I haven't seen this one yet. It's about 2 minutes long. I think some of the highlights here. He says, I still like it. I own a lot of it when it comes to Bitcoin and crypto. I think Bitcoin starts to rally late in the fourth quarter of this year and into 2027. If Michael Saylor, is he in trouble? Definitely not in trouble. I like it. I like him. I think he's going to be right. We're at the point now in the cycle. The RSI is on all-time low for Bitcoin. The apathy here is no one cares about crypto anymore. Yeah, you can tell, man. You can tell by the like, subscribe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the views here on YouTube across the board for everybody. It's been dwindling down, right? You can feel it. I feel it every bear market. I see it. I've been watching, of course, YouTubers the last 8 years as well in crypto. 6, 7 years. 6, 7. Yes. This is the 38th year as an investor for Scaramucci, he said. When the RSI is where it is, apathy where it is, there's a thin market, a tiny bit of demand for Bitcoin that moves the price. And we're going to probably see that explosion at the later this year. He did say this yesterday. We were trading about 65,000 yesterday, so that was an interview yesterday. Okay, so yeah, a lot of banks, of course, still calling for that. Big, of course, investment firms, venture capitalists, all calling for a fourth quarter pump. Michael Starr says strategy has increased its USD reserves. That's old. Why is that there? Why is that there? All right, I think we exhausted the news yet again today. Let's double check and see where Bitcoin's at. 62.5, just still kind of, slightly coming up on the day. Not too much there off the lows this morning. 62 flat, of course, this morning, guys, if you're just joining us right now. Pat Stackman says he's so fake. He's so fake. It's more like a plant-based beyond Canadian. Oh my God. He's, of course, talking about the Canadian bacon. All right, Jake the Snake in here. The whole chat are mods. Yes, I troll with the chat. Everyone, of course, who's been around for at least a few months gets, of course, to be part of the mods in the chat. Vision Pulse Fat Boy. Yes. What the hell is that name, dude? Anyway, let's see what Jake's got for us. He's got some X posts on here for us. Let's see what else we have. Space exploration technologies. Ooh, it's a Cybertruck. I'm gonna spill my coffee, damn it. I keep shaking it, the table. Wow, that's hilarious. What else you got for us, Jake? We got a few more here as well. Where we go one, we go quantum. What the hell? Quantum dominance. Are you strong? Quantum strong? Oh, jeez. Okay, Cliff also got one. Yeah, it looks like, Cliff. Oh my God, wow, it's so funny. Jake also have another one here. Nobunaga from Nobunaga here on X. I went to an In-N-Out and ordered a cheeseburger. A cashier, a calm young woman named Destiny, asked me a question I did not expect. You want the animal style? I paused. I did not know this meant. But a samurai does not admit he does not know. So I answered with wait. Animal style. Animal style! Right, Jake? Cool, so it's, oh my god, holy shit, Jake, this is a freaking, I'm just gonna stop there. Okay. Crazy. Animal style. You guys can get an idea where that's gonna go. I probably can't talk too much about that on YouTube. Maybe on the Patreon we can get into that. All right. Subwoofer says hello everyone. Good morning, Subwoofer. How you doing? Cliff says yeah, four corners of the earth, internet, data connectivity, so much in the little meme pictures. Oh yeah, so much of that activity just sitting in memes. 100%. All right, let's go back to 4x4 animal style. Animal style. All right, Dow Jones. Okay, we're talking about Dow Jones here on TradFi. We gotta get
following
back to
Kevin Warsh's first meeting as Fed chair. We saw a flattening yield curve. The 2s10 spread is now at about 28 basis points, but it was as recently as early February at 72 basis points. Is a flattening yield curve the path forward here?
You know what? Probably. I think that there are a lot of things to unpack when we look at that flattening curve. One is that the short end, the kind of the 2-year part of the curve, if you will, rates have increased more than kind of the 10-year, if you wanted to look at from a 2s10s perspective. That 2.
All right, we don't need to get into an entire opinion. And we already went through all that trouble last week. All right, Kramer and Friends.
NBC and streaming on CNBC
where's Kramer?
Plus.
I haven't seen Kramer in days. Feels like almost a week. Must be on break. Must be on vacation. All right. I think that's it, guys. We're gonna try one more news outlet and see if there's anything else breaking in crypto. But as of right now, it just seems like the whole world market is just breaking. Ethereum Foundation cuts staff. We already mentioned that. I lost a lot of trust. CZ on the U.S. freedom and market redemption. We already went into that interview yesterday. SpaceX 600 billion plunge erased. Again, we started this morning at 400 billion, now down to 600 billion. Raise equivalent of nearly half of Bitcoin's market cap in just 3 days. U.S. Senate passes a housing bill that carries 4-year ban on the Fed, CBDC. This is all stuff we already covered. All this stuff, everything. All right, guys. I think we've exhausted the news yet again. It's all gonna be sitting on our hands and waiting from here on out. We can look at the individual coins if you guys want me to. We have a few more minutes left in the show. Then I got to get back to packing. Tearing apart my life and basically giving it all away for nothing. All right. Let's see what we got, guys, because I am still in a huge move right now. I'm moving to Thailand, and for those out there like the Canadian Bacon who say that I am dead or my channel is over or I shut it down, it's all bullshit. I'm just in a really busy move. I gotta get shit done. I'm selling everything I own in my life to downsize for this move. All right, let's see. Yes, Kevin, yes, Cliff. Most honorable. Plant-based bacon. My God. The fakest. All right, guys. Let's take a look. So Gwei's still hanging in there. It's about flat this morning. Still hanging out about 2 cents. I did take some profits with you guys here on the channel. We did see that pump yesterday. We're still up there. If you want to take some off the table, I'd probably encourage you to, because there's no guarantees that anything's really going to survive this after today. I would imagine, though, after 24 hours, we could start to see a lot more of a consolidation, right? So maybe it doesn't go on for the rest of the week. Speaking of which, the only thing up right now, guys, is your favorite, Miria. As I told you guys last night, please don't make me buy this stupid coin. You guys remember me saying this and then putting this stupid thing up here. It's probably where it's going to go because it's so oversold. Like everything else in the market, and this coin I do not recommend anyone to buy. Do not buy the steaming pile of shite. But if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. All right. That's the only thing green on my charts. And I only had that up there because you guys asked about it last night. Get that thing out of here. All right. Zama's up a little bit here. Gwei's up a little bit. They, of course, too love to do their own thing. Cliff coming in with a 10-10. A 10-10 super chat. Thank you, Cliff. Boom. Oh, we got a special. Oh, I just realized what this is. Oh, here we go again, guys.
If you were bullish before, now you can take your bullishness, times it by 10, multiply it by another 25, add 2, and then times it by 1 billion, and you're still only half as bullish as you should be.
Yeah, Goy's almost up 1% now that since we played that video. Look what we did, guys. Look what we did. Holy crap, yeah. So that guy just told all his followers that I'm dead. My channel's over. My community is failing, and I don't have a spot on YouTube anymore. Basically. Yeah, what the hell, man? What the hell? But yeah, here I am every single morning, of course, going through all of the noise, cutting through it, and of course sharing with you the most important things in crypto, not just giving you some ridiculous narrative or some tiny market cap coin that I can dump on you and make money. Yeah, that's not me, guys, of course. That's someone else. That's a Canadian bacon in the chat. Yep. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, I have to head out. I'm gonna get some work done. It is 10:30 now here in the States. Usually the time we cut off, unless there's anything happening, right? There doesn't seem to be anything else happening this morning. I'm gonna do one more test of this, and I'll go back in the headlines. We already did some doom scrolling on X to confirm it, but I want to double check, make sure nothing else in the happening in the headlines breaking just on the way out. No, it looks like they already pulled back on their headline that the stocks fall. Yes, stocks fall on global chip rout, with NASDAQ off more than 1%, led by Micron, of course, after the South Korean debacle. All right, guys. So yeah, with that being said, I will see you all again tonight. Thanks again, Cliff, my #1 fan. Cliff today. Thank you so much, Cliff. For that $10 super chat. Yeah, I'll see you all again soon.
When will then be now?
Tonight.
Soon.
Providing I don't have to go meet someone to sell something in the wee hours of the evening, I'm pretty much done with all the big stuff now, guys. I don't think there's anything holding me back other than traveling back and forth to a couch to sleep on, and then making my way to Florida by the end of the month into next month. So next month I'll be in Florida soon. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you all again soon, and later.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money or gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history.
Bacon ham cakes? What? Bacon ham cakes? I can't get Otaku's D out of his mind. What? Oh my god. Jay, come on, I can't say that stuff. But yeah, it looks like Crypto Future pulls rugs on it. Rug pulls his own kids. Oh my god. You guys are brutal. Yeah, I guess he does. I never done anything to the man until he banned me from his community, and I didn't say nothing bad about him. I tried to stop the pain. It was all bullshit, and it was all just a ploy to make him more money. I get it. It's a business. At some point, your business is just gonna piss people off. What? I'm gonna leave with
Dr. Fauci.
Yes!
Give us vaccines.
Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci, yes.
Oh, damn,
promise us,
perfect.
please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease. Dr. Fauci, don't forget me.